Hey, you're with Chris at Car Cave in Aiken, South Carolina. It's carcaveusa.com, 803-262-4742. Doing a walk around here on a 93 Toyota Land Cruiser FZJ75. The FZ stands for the motor. It is a 1FZ-F. It's a carbureted motor. Then the J75 is the chassis platform here. So it's considered a Troopy. This one has some kilometers on it, but runs really smooth. We have not gone through it mechanically. Made sure it ran, start, stops. That's about it. We didn't go deep. We have a lot of projects going on. So I figured this would be a good price point for someone who likes working on their own stuff, or priced it low enough you can take it to your own mechanic, have them look through it. We'll fire it off here. Start there. You see it idles really good. Like I said, we took it for a test drive. Didn't do any fluids, anything. Air line filters down there, but it idles really good. Here's the chassis tag. Shut it off because we're in an enclosed building. That was totally cold. First we'll turn on the AC there. And usually the ones from the Middle East, the AC works. It's blowing cold. Go left blinker, right blinker. You have a backlight. Looks like the fuel gauge is working. There's no tach. You have quick headlamps are working. We have one marker light out. You have a logo missing. Looks like your tail lamps are working. Nice. I'm gonna shut it off. We're in an enclosed building here, and it is cold outside. So you have 383,000 kilometers. You do have a tilt steering wheel. Someone's replaced. Looks like they did a wood wrap around the finish. I think the wheel's original, but then they wrapped it. You can see the stitching. Air conditioning. You have no rear defrost. It's clear glass. Basically have 3 gauges, wipers, blinkers, lights, and a tilt wheel, and aircon. It's a 5-speed. It's a H150F. It is a high-low 4-wheel drive with 2 and 4 selectable. You'll look in the corner of these two, because they like to rust down there. I don't see anything. It's advanced, or leaks that have come in over time. It is out of the Middle East, so it's dry climate. If you know anything about these Troopies, it's hard to find one that they're not inflicted with rust. And usually it's right around these rear quarters. Get the door shut. You have crank windows. Someone looks like they've redone the panels and then covered them with plastic. It's kind of something popular to do overseas. It keeps them clean. Seats have all been recovered. You can see kind of some of the stitching work there, but they're in good shape. This one you can see a little bit of the cushion underneath, but they're all intact. We believe this was used for a child carrier. There's a bunch of children stickers in the back, so possibly daycare usage. Makes sense maybe with open the windows. We don't have some background on that. Headliner's in pretty good shape. I said dash looks pretty good, besides where someone had something sticky mounted on there. There's some mats that are inside of the little car wash bags. You have a rubber mat that's throughout the whole thing. See the factory mat underneath it. The seats are just adjustable with the recline and back and forth. They're not suspension seats. This looks like a lower spec option Troopy, even though they're not really any with high spec. So when you go back here, a lot of times these have been welded into, and someone on all the wheel wells took out the factory coating that was in there. I've not found a reason why they would have done that. I'll just tell you that they did. And it's in all 4 wheel wells. Went around and took a look at it. You have steel wheels, set of Michelin tires, matching all the way around 225/75 R16s. Same with the plastic over the rear panels. Up top here, you can see there's no rust. Spare underneath. They said it has some kid stickers in the back. So maybe it was for hauling children around. It would be hauling children without seatbelts. As you see, there are not any seatbelts in here. So be aware of that if you're buying it in the rear, there are not seatbelts. It doesn't appear there's ever a spare on the back. Occasionally they do put them there, but I don't see any previous body repair of where there's a carrier there. You have the one underneath. Rear bumper has the little toe connection. It's in pretty good shape. Usually the corners are gone and somebody's kind of dinged it. Going up around the gutter rail. Roof is clean. I said it was a desert car, but that's also indicative. The seals up here, they'll dry out. Going in here, same thing. The wheel wells are clean. I don't know their motivation of who cleaned it, because you can see the old kind of substrate on there. But the metal's all good. There's no rust on it. Same with the rockers over here. All clean. So this could be an excellent platform for build. The 24 valve runs smooth. You start with a straight drive vehicle. If you're already planning on lifting it, replacing bushings and gear ratios and a bunch of crazy stuff, this would be a good starting point. Windshield appears to be in good shape. The lock strips are in there. I see one little, trying to pick it up on camera, one little nick in there. Probably get filled and it'd be okay. It's still going down the gutter rails and the roof. Around here, they usually like to rest. Around the windshields. And going in the front here, see the, excuse me, the VIN. Like I said, somebody, and it could have just been driving over time that they had this thing in the sand and the sand kicked up and acted like sandpaper and removed whatever the coating was that they came with from the factory. So under here it looks like brake master cylinder and clutch is newer. I don't see any signs of recent maintenance. That's really obvious. You're not having any valve cover leaks. Just this is visual. We didn't go real deep in this thing. But you heard it run. If we need to take a driving video, you want undercarriage photos, reach out. I'd be more than happy to do it. Same with the rocker down here, front fender, and then along the windshield frame. So same with the drip gutters. And yeah, the paint's faded, has some imperfections, but it is high mileage, old school Toyota. And you say, okay, what am I buying it for? If it was me, I bought it for the 24 valve motor, came out of a dry climate, the seats are complete, the vehicle's complete. And they drove it back home overseas when they picked it up. I think while in my team's possession, they've probably done 3-4 hours of driving. But you will have to do some work to it. I said it is as is. We did not go through it. Like all of our vehicles around here, we'll do a really deep dive, go through it mechanically. We've not done that with this one. So expect to do some maintenance. We want you to take it to your mechanic or yourself if you're very skilled. Go through it, look everything over before putting it out on road. So if you have any questions, reach out. It's carcaveusa.com. My name's Chris, 803-262-4742. What you see around here, have a lot of bunches of fun. We have a full shop in back. I see some cars jammed in here. We have a full service shop in the back. Another warehouse. Cars all over the place and fun stuff. We have HJ61, HDJ73. So, a couple Fulvias, a supercharged manual Jag, a Fiat Uno Turbo, Renault 5, Turbo, 1.6 HF. You have a 3000 GT VR4. So, we like doing Defenders. Like I said, a good mix here. If you need anything, reach out. We're receptive. We'll answer your questions. But this is the Troopy. It's straight. It's clean. It's ready for a new home. Give us a call.